Hello everyone, my name is Shira and welcome back to another adventure in Minecraft. Today's episode is gonna be a little bit different. I recently just finished my base over here and all of the builds I had planned for are already built up and I'm very happy with the result. And with that said, this would be a good time to move on to a new project. But I'm going to take a little bit of a break. And by that I mean, I'm not actually gonna be doing anything this episode. Today, we're just gonna be chilling around and go around my world as I tell you all about the things I have currently planned out in my forever Minecraft world. Yep, I'm also gonna hop on to that trend since this is my forever Minecraft world. I'm pretty sure you're already familiar with that term since it's been trending on YouTube lately. It's basically just playing in your own Minecraft world that will last for a long time. Or forever. In recent Minecraft history, there have been many videos like the 100-day challenges and hardcore Minecraft worlds. But most of them don't last for a long time. There are a couple of exceptions for hardcore worlds, but it can still end at a moment's notice. And now we have the forever Minecraft worlds. These are the type of Minecraft videos I actually enjoy watching, as I always love seeing a world slowly get built up by one person and have their own unique story to tell. And this is actually why I started making this series as well. And hopefully, more people can enjoy the beauty of a long-lasting Minecraft world. Today, I'm going to discuss all of the plans I currently have that I want to do in my world. And there's gonna be quite a few of them. I'm gonna start off in this area of course since I'm already here. So as you know, this is my base, which I call the Oceanside Facility. And it is called that because it is a facility that has an ocean beside it. Since the beginning, when I just started up this world, I wanted to build some kind of lab or facility beside an ocean as my starter base. Which is why I built my base over in this place. The starter base I built wasn't like this when I first arrived here. Then when I got all of the materials I needed, I finally built this up. And speaking of the materials, what you're seeing here is pretty much the standard for the builds to come in my world. I had to wait and build up all of the farms in my previous episodes before I was able to start with this. Beside the facility, we also have an underground laboratory we built under the base. And down here, we have a lot of our essential automated farms. Like this melon and pumpkin farm, a bamboo farm, a sugarcane farm, and a lot more down there. At first, I wasn't actually sure how many farms I was gonna be building here. But in the end, it all worked out and I'm pretty happy with the result of the entire project. Then here's my railway station, I'll get back to that in a second. Then finally, the lighthouse. This is actually a very last minute idea that I had when I was making my last episode. But even with that said, this is actually my favorite part of my base. It doesn't really serve any gameplay purpose, but that's the beauty of it. And it's always cool seeing the lighthouse lit up during the night. So that's everything in the Oceanside facility. I'm not really gonna explain much since I already did it in my previous episodes. So let's move on. The next thing I want to talk about are the different methods of travel I plan to do around my world. And the first method will be using this road. So the first thing I'm going to talk about will be the design of the road. And this will be the standard design for it. It's gonna be made out of purely cobbled deep slate and smooth stone over here. And I'm going to use the other variants of the deep slate and the sea lanterns to light up the road. So part of my plan will be to connect every single one of my builds in this world with a roadway like this. Right now, our road only goes until here. Once I finish my other projects around the overworld, I will be able to start constructing the roads and connect them. Connecting the roads to your builds give the world more life regardless if you're using it or not. I'm not really gonna be using this for practicality. I'm not saying I won't use it though, since this is where I'm gonna be using my horses to travel around my world. The next one is using minecarts. And that is where the railway station comes in. As mentioned in my previous episode, all of my builds here in the overworld will also have their own station like this one. I'm gonna connect all of those stations so that I can travel in between them using minecarts. The railway will be elevated and enclosed in glass like this one to make it safe from mobs. So whenever I'm riding the minecarts, I can still get a good view from outside. There's basically nothing yet to show you since it just stops here. But I'll be able to do it once we have another station running. And spoiler alert, there will be another one real soon. That's all the mode of transportation I have planned out for the overworld. They're gonna be a grind to finish once I start building and connecting them to all of my builds. But that's part of the fun of Minecraft. The next mode of transportation will be in the Nether. So let's head over there. Using the Nether is the fastest way to travel in the overworld. 1 block over here equals to 8 blocks in the overworld in the coordinates, so it's basically fast travel. But of course, the Nether is a pretty dangerous place with all of the aggressive mobs around. The best way to solve this problem is to go to the Nether roof and build my Nether hub over there. But I've already mentioned this before, I'm not going to the Nether roof in this world. It's not even that hard to go to the roof and make your portals there. But I already did that previously, so I decided to do every single one of my Nether projects here below. Because that's more exciting. And since I'm already here in the Nether, let me also discuss my plans in this place. So first off, I'm gonna be building a central Nether hub which is gonna be located at 00 in the coordinates. And currently, I've already built this temporary Nether hub that I've been using. So the Nether hub I'm planning on building will be quite massive, especially when I compare it to this build. And it's gonna be a pretty noticeable build from far away. It's gonna have a pathway going to all 4 directions, kind of like what I have here right now. Although I do have some plans for the Nether hub and what the size is gonna be, I still don't know what it's gonna look like. So that's gonna be a pretty exciting project once we get there. One thing I do have in mind is that the Nether hub will also be the starting point of the mining area for ancient debris. So somewhere in the hub, there's gonna be a way to go down near bedrock level. So just like this hole I have in the center over here. Next up will be the highway that connects all of my builds in the Nether. Right now, I only have this cobblestone walkway, but this will be where the Nether highway will be built upon. So the highway will be wider than this, and it's gonna be enclosed of course, and it's gonna have enough space for flying with the elytra. There will also be glass windows in the highway so that I can see outside in the Nether. Then we have these structures over here, which encloses the portals we have in all around the Nether. So I built this temporary thing over here to protect the portals. So there's also gonna be a build in each portal in the Nether. I'm thinking that each location will have their own unique builds that identifies each location they go to. So that's another thing I need to think about as well. And finally, we have the farms in the Nether. I already built this wither skeleton farm over here, which eventually, I'm gonna be building an exterior for this which will be connected to the highway. And of course, all of the farms I'm gonna be building in the Nether will be the same. So farms like the gold farm, a magma cream and froglight farm, and gas farm will be built somewhere in the Nether and then connected to the highway that all leads to the Nether hub. And yep, each one of those farms I've mentioned will be built here below the Nether. Those are quite simple farms if I build it on top of the Nether roof, but down here, well, it gets a bit more challenging. So of course, another thing to get excited about in the future. Well, too bad for the entrance here. And that's everything I have planned in the Nether for now. So let's head back. And with that, I have now mentioned all of the mode of travels. We have the roads, the railways, and then the Nether. And of course, even if I have all of those available with me, I will still be using my elytra to get around. The things I mentioned are just things to give life in my world to make it seem lived in. Because that's one of the beauties in building your world. You get to expand it in any way you want it to. The limitations are only being what you decide for it. Now let's move on to the next one. Next up, we're gonna talk about Minecraft farms. So I have this book here with the list of all of the farms I'm planning on building. My goal is to build all possible farms for all renewable resources so I can have easy access to most of them. So anyway, here are a couple of farms that I have listed in the book. There's still a lot more to add to the list. I only added the things that currently popped up in my mind. Minecraft has a lot of possibilities in building farms, and it's one of the most enjoyable things to explore in this game. When I build farms, I sometimes, well, most of the time, use the design of others. And I feel like it's gonna be better if I start making my own designs for my future episodes. And of course, by doing that, it's gonna take a lot more of my time. But it's gonna be more fun. And of course, challenging. I'm not really looking for the most efficient farms anyway, so we'll see how it goes once I get started with those projects. Oh, and of course, I also plan on building exteriors for all of the farms. It's gonna be great. And speaking of farms, here's my iron farm. I haven't really touched this area for a long time now, except maybe for this temporary ice farm I built on top. I've even expanded it from the last time I've shown it, and I've gotten a decent amount of ice, so it really helped me out when I was building the underground laboratory. And the reason why we're here right now is this is gonna be where I'll be working on in the next episode. It's been a long time coming, but it's final time for me to build the exterior to this farm. You can see the size of this area over here, right? Well, the build will be about the same. And of course, I'm also gonna be working on this mining area I have that's below here. So I'll be working on this area for a while again. So stay tuned if you want to see me working on this. Also, the farm has been working really well. You can see all of the iron I've gathered over here. And there's more in shulker boxes over here. And when I start working on this area again, there's gonna be an expansion to the storage. And will also be moved to a better location than down here. Well, that is the plan, of course. The same thing is gonna be happening to the rest of the farms that I built in other areas, like the slime and honey farm, the squid farm, the mob farm, and the guardian farm. Each of them will have a build that will give more character to my world. And I'm very excited to work on them soon. If you are still watching, click the like button and subscribe for more of my videos. I appreciate the support. Now on the top of my head, there are 3 more plans I want to talk about. The first one will be the place I always use, but barely show in my episodes. So let's go there. And we're here, the place where all my villagers are at. Nothing much has changed here since the last time I've shown this place. The villager breeder is still the same. I've disabled it for a while now since I don't need any more villagers. and I have a lot of them stocked up here just in case I need one. Then inside here are where my villagers are at. This is where I've been getting a lot of my materials, like redstone, quartz, glass, and other stuff. Then I get my emeralds by trading some melon and pumpkin to these farmers over here. And also with iron. These guys have been a huge help for all of the project I've done up until now. As you can see, this place is just full of villagers with different jobs to trade items with. I've stopped adding more of the villagers here since I ran out of space, and I don't want to keep expanding on this side anymore. So right now, these guys will be the only villagers I have until I actually start working in this area again. And speaking of working in this place, as for my plans here, there's gonna be quite a lot actually. I've always loved working with villagers, even though they're a pain to handle, but once you do all of the work, the results are very rewarding. I'm not gonna get into too much detail right now on what my plans here are. You'll have to wait until I actually get started on the project. But to give you an idea, see this entire land over here, up until here? Yep, that's gonna be the scope of my plans here. So I've been repeating myself for a while now, but this is something to get excited about again. Oh yeah, I forgot that I actually made the melon and pumpkin farm here. Oh, there's quite a bit over here. Anyway, those are all of the plans I have for this area. Now, let's head to the next one. And the next one is the end. The end dimension to be precise. Although, we're still here at the stronghold right now. Because of course, I have some plans here as well. The idea will be to make the surrounding area around the end portal here more epic, in a lack of a better term. So, the plan is that there's gonna be a structure built around here that will reach above. And there's gonna be a pathway from above that can reach all the way to our portal here. So that's basically it for the stronghold. Now let's go to the actual end dimension. And we're here, with the shulker farm looming in behind us. And as for this place, I also have some huge plans for this. You can see my shulker farm over there. I have plans on what I'm gonna be building as its exterior. But regarding my plans here in the end, I'm probably gonna be postponing it. The reason being is that there's been a lot of update in Minecraft recently, and each time, I always felt like an end update is gonna come anytime soon. But yeah, there's never really been an update for this place just yet. With that said, I'm gonna wait for a new update in this dimension before I do any of my plans. Just in case there is an update for this place coming soon, and whatever kind of update that will be, my plans will definitely change. But regardless, I'm still gonna work on some other farm projects I want to do in this dimension, so we'll still be back here to work on them. And since we're already here, let's check our supplies of shulker shells. Oh my dear dearie, that's a lot of shells. Anyway, that concludes my plan for the end dimension. Now that we're done in the end, there's only one place left for me to discuss my plans. It's been a while since I've been here, hasn't it? This is my spawn area, the place where I started in this world. There's really nothing here right now except for this portal I'm standing on. And to be honest, I don't really know what I'm gonna be doing here just yet. But the general idea that I can share with you right now is that here at spawn, which is also at the very center of my world at 00, as you can see here in the middle of the portal, at this location will be where I'm gonna be building my future mega base. At this moment, I can't really describe what the mega base will be like, mainly because I too don't also know what it is. What I do know is that it's definitely gonna be one of the biggest projects I will have in the future. I'm giving out a lot of promises for something big that I have not yet started. So this is probably a bad idea to do. But I'm committed at playing in this world and expanding it for as long as I can. And hopefully, I can share it with you guys soon. And so, I have now said all of the plans I currently have in my Minecraft world. And as I've noticed, there's a lot of them. It's actually pretty intimidating to get started on any of it, if I'm being honest. But I'm gonna take my time with them, one at a time. I'm not gonna burn myself out and stop playing altogether, so don't worry. I enjoy having lots of plans when I play in a Minecraft world. If I don't, I usually just go around mining in my mining area. Or chop up some trees. But that becomes dull real quick to a lot of people. Not me though. After playing this game for many years, I still haven't gotten bored of it. And this isn't even the type of game that I play, so I'm actually surprised at myself that I'm still doing this. In any case, if you want to start your own Minecraft world that will last forever, but struggling to get motivation, an advice I can give, if I can give some kind of advice, is to give your world some meaning. Any meaning is fine. It could be you want to build every single farm possible, build a place that has lore, build a world with a friend that you can enjoy playing for as long as possible, or maybe just do whatever it is you want that might seem to be nothing. As long as you give it meaning, it's gonna mean something in the end. And with that, concludes all that I wanted to share in my Minecraft world. I do apologize if I wasn't able to work on something today. Something happened recently in my life that I don't want to disclose right now, and I didn't really have it in me to play for a while. So at the very least, I decided to do what I did today so I can at least share my thoughts on the future of this series. I do hope you got entertained, even by a little, with me rambling on non-stop. On the next episode though, I'll be back on working on my projects again. So I hope you'll continue on watching. Anyway, that is it for me today. If you enjoyed the episode and want to see more, click the like and subscribe button. I appreciate the support. We'll continue on our next adventure next time. I'll see you when I see you.